All right, this artist I am very excited that's going to join us on the DSP. We've been playing her music for the last year or so. Her name is Miiesha. You will know the song Hold Strong. She joins us from Brisbane. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing really good.
How's the last couple of years been for you? It's been kind of a whirlwind of growth in the music world.
Yeah, my journey's been really fast, actually. It's just, I don't know, it's totally different. It's a different world, compared to being back home and that, and just coming out into the city and really pursuing music. Um, for me, it's gone really fast. The years have just gone so fast for me. It really, really has. Like, honestly, I can't believe I've been doing this for a few years now. Just to even say that I've been doing it for a few years.
Was it a shock to the system to get kind of thrown in, birth by fire?
Yes, it was a big shock because, just having to learn everything and just having to really adapt to this, just I don't know. It's magical. It's amazing. It really is. It's really been a beautiful experience for me, and it's just really shown me that there's a lot of opportunities out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. And your voice is such a mature R&B soul. You tell stories so well. For you, was music always on the cards? Was it something that you thought about as a young kid growing up?
Well, to be honest, I've always wanted to do music. Like I've always wanted to do music. And I always said to myself, growing up, I was like, oh man, I'm going to do music, but I just don't know how. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know, but I always felt in myself like that it was for me and that I really, really, really was going to get there. And just for me to even be here, because I've actually got a video of me like in grade 10 saying, oh, yeah, I want to do music, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's probably not realistic, but I'm just going to say that,
Mm-hmm.
And just looking at it now, like I just looked at it this year again and I'm just like, I'm actually doing music.
What was it that you think got you across the line where it all of a sudden became a reality and you kind of knew, oh, wow, this is actually going to be a career for me?
I think for me, when I released Nyaringu and just getting the reaction, you know what I mean? I never expected that reaction. I never expected people to really listen and really listen to what I had to say or just the stories that I wanted to tell. And I think after a year or two, I don't know, it just really hit me like, Miiesha, you have to do music for the rest of your life now.
And for you, that EP that you released in 2020, an amazing body of work in itself. How hard was that for you to, kind of come out of nowhere and produce this product that told stories that we hadn't heard before?
Oh man, I was really nervous actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was really nervous because I've never really wanted to be in the spotlight. I've kind of always hated being in the spotlight, like I had role models and I didn't want to be a leader. I didn't want to be a leader. I didn't want to be the one where like people, can look up to me or anything. I don't know why. I actually don't know why, but I just didn't want to be in the spotlight. And for me to go ahead and just release this, I was just like, oh man, no, I don't want people to know who I am, or you know what I mean? I was kind of afraid of that actually. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of it, but yeah, just releasing it, I think, I don't know, I've learned a lot and I don't know, it was just a shock. It was a big shock for me to even do it, I think. It was just, yeah, honestly, I really wanted to do music, but I never really thought I'd really release anything.
Are you getting it all more comfortable with a little bit of the limelight and people, knowing who you are?
Yeah, now I have a lot, because my grandmother used to say, come on now, you got to get used to it. You got to get used to it. Kids are going to be looking up to you. You better do this and this. And, just grandmother just going on and on. And, but nah, what she was saying, that's true. I do want to be someone that the kids and communities and stuff can look up to.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized how actually that's so important, you know. And you know what? I'm just going to be a role model if I have to, you know.
Well, and I think that's the most amazing thing, is that you never set out to, you know, be a role model or to be in the limelight, but, you know, because of the courage and the pure skill that you have, you are going to set this path for a lot of other young women and Indigenous young girls that may not have had anyone to look up to. That must feel, you know, kind of like amazing to think like that.
Nah, it really is. I was just, I guess I finally realized that I'm a role model, and you know, it really is an important thing, you know, because you know, just the way that the kids in my community they started acting, you know, like, oh, that's Miiesha. Well, I'm gonna be a singer like you know, and it just made me so happy and so proud of just coming from here and realizing that these kids, they need someone to look up to. They really do, because you know, it's I'm gonna show them that you can get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can get anywhere in this life, no matter where you come from. If there's an open door, just go for it. Like, I wish the kids in the community knew what was out there. You know what I mean? And I want to be the person to be like, look, this is out here. Just go for it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I love that. I love that. It's one of the things that I think is it really separates the greats from the people that are good. The ones that are thinking about how they can give back to whatever their community is and to set an example are the ones that have longevity, the ones that people look up to and they really appreciate what they've done along the way. And I think for Australia and for Indigenous artists, last year was, or maybe last 2 years, I think have been huge. You know, you look at Jerome Farha, who's been on the show, and Ziggy Rameau as well, and Isaiah Fibrace, and yourself. And coming out of the, you know, I think the BLM, the Black Lives Matter movement that, you know, started last year, there's been this birth and these stories that are being told that are so captivating. Have you seen a change in the landscape?
I think I feel like there has definitely been a big change, you know, just coming from a place like Rockhampton, like there has, like, I don't think there's been many protests or anything as much as there have been since like the whole Black Lives Matter thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that picked up and everyone was just, I don't know. It's definitely had a big effect on all Indigenous mob. I can tell you that, because like to come from Rocky, I don't know how to say it. Like, I think everyone just kind of like open their eyes a bit more, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say it.
No, I think opening people's eyes is the exact way that you know, the BLM movement what it has done, and I think it's done that for the music as well, and for people to really look and be like, see how many amazing creatives are within Indigenous and in the Australian community. And you know, coming off the back of, you know, your EP. And Hold Strong was my favorite song on that track. And I played it straight away on the show. And then next minute you come back with this like even more empowering remix, and you put Hoodsy on there. You put Jess War on there. Jess B's on there. It's just this like power-packed woman empowerment song, you know. For you, how did that come about, that link up, that song?
To be honest, I think that just got put together like just like that.
Mm-hmm.
They just asked me, you know, do you want these girls on the remix? And I was like, yeah, go on then. I'll have them on the remix, you know. I just thought that was so deadly of them. And just for them to be on that mix as Indigenous women, I think that was really powerful, you know. And I just love that about it. Yeah.
What is it about music that grabs you and makes you want to do more and wake up and write again and get in the studio?
Music has literally saved my life. Music has really saved my life. Like, honestly, you know, growing up, I didn't feel like I had a voice. I didn't feel like my opinion really mattered. You know what I mean? And I didn't know how to express myself as a young teenager. I didn't know how to express myself, and I didn't know how to carry my emotions and things like that. And listening to music would do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
It literally spoke when I felt like I couldn't. It had like this powerful healing. I don't know. Music is healing. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could talk about things that I want to talk about, and it doesn't matter because, like, it doesn't matter what I'm talking about because at the end of the day, it is my voice for me.
Hold Strong was this like birth for me of who Miiesha was, and then Damaged, your track, which we're playing at the moment, is this raw and just such a personal story that, you know, you talk about within this song. Was it hard to, one, write that song, but then two, to put it out there for the world to kind of listen and hear and make their own assumptions of your life?
Oh, that song took me forever to get out there. And it really is. It's so personal. It's, you know, that song is so personal. And to me to even, I don't know, I kind of thought I was pushing it a bit with releasing a song that's really personal and really close to my heart and where I am at my life and with my relationship with my mother, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It took me I wrote that song like more than a year ago, pretty much. And, you know, our relationship has changed now. We're a lot better than what we were. But it has been a roller coaster with her, and it's always going up and down, up and down. But I just felt like I needed to let it out, you know, because like I said, music is my voice, and I needed to talk about it, and I knew that it would be healing for me, you know?
Yeah. Do you feel in a better place now that you've released it and put it out there?
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't want to sound all thing, but I've even like sort of like cried a bit to my own song. Because we'll see, I hadn't listened to it like properly after actually going and recording it. I just not listened to it because I used to the thing about me is that it really does touch my own heart because it is my own story. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you don't want to hear what you have to say. Sometimes you want to feel like you don't want to deal with it. And then listening to that kind of reminded me, look, you need to forgive, you need to move on. And so, yeah, sometimes when I do listen to that and I've had the worst day in my life, or not in my life, but, you know, mm-hmm. I've had the worst day or something, and I just feel like, oh, no, my relationship between whatever, you know, it's not. And then I'll listen to that and I'll be like, I just feel, you know.
Being your own therapist and having that ability is a very rare tool, you know, to be able to write something down and then put it out there and then sit back and listen to it and then learn from it. You're not only helping other people, you're helping yourself in the same process.
No, I know it sounds weird, but it works. It works.
So for you, you know, now you've grabbed this attention of an audience that really cares about your story and what you have to say. Does that scare you at all? Does that empower you more?
It does kind of scare me because yeah, like I said, I never wanted to be in the spotlight. I was always scared of people knowing who I really am because yeah, I've always been like that. And I think, but now I think it's such a beautiful thing that people want to hear what I have to say. Mm-hmm. And they can connect to what I'm trying to say, you know, and they listen to my music and they can really resonate with it. And it's such a beautiful thing to connect to other people. Mm-hmm. It just really is because I've always been just like kind of closed off, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here honestly in awe of your answers. I'm just like, You're just giving me everything here. I love this. I just say one word and you just go into this deep and meaningful about music. I'm like, these are the artists I love to talk to. I love honesty, and I love to, I guess that's why I can connect, and that's why I hear it in your music. You've got a new song coming out, which you have teased on social media. It's called Made for Silence. It's out July 16th. What's this song about? Because just
God.
because just the title is so powerful, like Made for Silence.
Okay, well, I don't know. I just gotta laugh to myself because Smoke and Mirrors it is the 2 EPs that are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
These songs are a part of Smoke and Mirrors, mm-hmm. and a lot of the songs are about things between my mum. So Made for Silence is kind of, it's funny when I think about it. I don't know. It's funny for me to say, but it's just about me and my mum arguing.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes there's things, there's no point of arguing. There's no point of arguing because you're not getting your point across anyways. You know what I mean?
We've all been there. We've all been in that situation.
We're not getting our point across. There's just no point, and I'm sort of just like, made for silence. Like sometimes, like sometimes you need to just stop and let me talk. Like,
you tell him, Miiesha.
So we're just kind of back and forth arguing, and it's just kind of like, I wish you could just be quiet, or I wish you could just stop for once. You know what I mean? And it's sort of like, I don't know. It's a fun song.
It's definitely a lot more upbeat than the previous track Damage, which is great. Shows your versatility and your storytelling ability at the same time. The EP, is it done? Are you finished with it, or are you still tirelessly working?
Yeah, I'm done.
Damn, girl.
I'm just sitting back and I'm just kind of waiting to get it out there.
What's that feeling like when you just kind of, you've done the hard yards and now you just sit there waiting for your babies to be born?
I can't wait. Like, I just can't wait for everything, for the whole, the whole chain to go out there and just everybody can just listen to it, listen to the journey, because it is a roller coaster. Like, it's me literally on this emotional little roller coaster that I'm going to as a daughter and a mother. And we're both on this roller coaster. You know what I mean? And it's just, I know everyone, not everyone, but I know a lot of people will be able to resonate and connect with it because nobody is perfect.
And we appreciate you taking us on this roller coaster and being so open with us. I personally am a massive fan of yours, and we will support you on the DSP, as you continue to grow music. I'm excited for July 16th, Made for Silence, but we will keep going crazy with Damaged until we get that new piece of work from you.
Oh, well, thank you, Dustin.